kick us off tonight is genius. And in his stead, maybe his full-time replacement, we're going to get to decide, is none other than the bird.
What's up, guys?
Carson Sparrow. Welcome to Saints TV. On this side of the camera tonight is Carson Sparrow filling in for the Candle Genius.
Okay.
Those of you who know the Candle Genius and know Bird know that they may be related, but we will not reveal the status of their relationship at this point.
Okay.
Duke Scoop back there feverishly working on the camera system here tonight.
We got fixed. I don't even have my headset. Where's my headset?
Technical challenges that are already solved is what I'm hearing back there. So Duke Scoop has us on the mend.
You're in good hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I like to hear it. I like to hear that, Duke Scoop. Boy, it's weird starting this thing off without Candle Genius to kick us off. You know,
Right.
he always has the right thing to say to start. So,
Absolutely.
you know what? We're glad Candle Genius could get himself
Okay.
right off here tonight.
How's it going?
Rest and relaxation. We are ready to
okay.
bring you
So
football without him tonight.
Manual.
Either in
6-1
the
Saints,
switchboard
the
or
third
maybe
ranked
sometimes
Saints, take
they're a
on
little
Lake
bit-
Mills. They
Okay.
come in tonight 4-3, led by head coach Brady Kurtz in
Yeah,
his
the
second
thing
year.
with these cameras.
They started
is,
the year out strong.
Um,
Beat AGWSR, did the
you don't
Bulldogs
have much
20-0.
control over
Lost to Central
your
Springs
lighting,
46-6.
which
Lost to
is
Newman
difficult.
30-14. So they were 1-2 after 3 weeks,
Yeah,
and
so
then they
you've already
rattled
started
off
looking at
3 straight wins
Yeah,
with wins
mirrorless,
over
they
Westport,
perform
North
better
Union,
on
and
dark
Belmont
light,
Plenty.
'cause
They lose
you
to
look at
Westport
the-
last week,
the sensor for
60-6.
this is like
That's
up
how
there,
you get to
and it bounces
4
off the
and
mirror.
3 for your Lake
That's why it's
Mills.
mirrorless, 'cause
Bulldogs,
that's
they
a
come
mirror.
in here tonight with their double wing
and so
offense.
this is where your
Carson,
lens mount.
my understanding
And
is
the
this
mirrorless,
offense is a little
the
hard to
sensor's like right
defend,
up
right?
against it,
Because
so
there's so
sensor
many
is
options
closer
and
to
so
the
much
lens, so
misdirection. They're
it's
going to try to get you out of your spot and then run past you the other way. Is that correct?
all that stuff.
So last year, if you're looking in the backfield really hard,
So what I would
but if you
say
watch the linemen,
is
it becomes way easier.
what's
Ah.
your pictures? Do you have you said the
So the
blurriness,
linemen are the hint,
some bigger
the
things?
clues of where that play might be going.
Don't want to give too much away, but that if
I would try to keep it about.
looking at the linemen.
And you know, the lower this number goes, the
Gotcha.
brighter your
Yep. So we're
image
going to
is.
see a bunch of
Yeah,
Yeah.
try
fullback
shooting at
guide
200.
option,
and
some
then-
toss sweep
or
counter,
the ISO.
and then of course they're going to use that all to work into that play action pass, sort of like our offense does as well. Very important
So
that
this is
you
your
play
like shutter speed.
play your spot tonight.
Okay.
You
You
should get those
understand
good
what
reads
these
because if
three
they run
numbers-
that counter
I
when
know
you're
the ISO.
expecting
Okay.
the dive, you
So,
might get caught
this
looking
is how
into the
fast,
backfield
like,
and
your
end up with a
shutter
big play
clicks,
going your
right?
way.
So
Number
the bigger the
72
number,
on
the
their
ratio, the
side
faster it
of
goes, I guess.
the ball.
Really
Well, let me
fast.
get you a name here. Number 72 is Wyatt Hanna. Senior
if you
Wyatt
turn it
Hanna.
like
And if you've heard that
really
name a lot
slow.
and seen him a lot, yeah, that's because he's a 4-year
Open.
starter on this line. So he's been doing it
Like
since he was
that.
a freshman
Yeah,
his
it's like
senior
8
year
seconds. I
here.
think I probably.
Aiden Stensrud, my understanding is will not go, has not played. The Iowa
Well,
State
while
cadet
the shutter's
is
open, it's
injured,
letting
has been
the light
injured.
in. There it
was
is
some
close,
thought
right?
that maybe he'd make
So
it back this year, but
that
I did not
image
see
I
him
just
out
took is
there
gonna be
tonight.
blurry.
Our understanding also they are without Landon Price, their second leading back and leading tackler.
Lens camera.
So not gonna go
But,
tonight
yeah,
either
so that
for
was,
the Bulldogs, so that leaves a couple of holes
like a
for
13
them.
second
Christensen at fullback,
So, like,
number
if we
10
do
Carter Christensen. He's also
4
been in
seconds,
and out with
Shutter will open.
injuries. He has 564 yards of rushing
3,
on
4.
the season.
I count.
Quarterback Hayden Helgeson,
But
number
it
12.
lets
He's
a
their
lot of
quarterback.
light in, and so
389
the
yards
whole time
passing,
that it's open,
3 touchdowns.
it's capturing the
for him.
image. So if we go,
Delger, Nash Delger, number 0, is their main wide receiver. Also been up and down with
like,
injuries.
if
The
I move
injury
like
bug
that, it'll be
has
blurry. But
bit
it's so
the
bright
Bulldogs
that.
pretty hard here.
But the
this
more it's
year.
open, the more light it can
Delger,
let in.
Okay.
And so what you have to
215
do
yards
when you're doing
receiving and
sports
257
is
rushing. So he does
I try to find the
really good.
lowest number I can that
Everything
brightens up
for
the
the
image,
Bulldogs. So that's what your matchup
but
looks like
doesn't
here
give it
tonight
that
on the
blur from the motion.
Bulldogs
So,
side
like,
of things.
this
Let's
fraction of a
switch
second
over
that the
and
shutter's
look
open.
at
So
the Saints
before
stats coming in here to
you're
week 8
1
through 7 weeks.
1,000th of a
Jace
second or
Sweesow,
whatever it is.
44 of 70.
So I try around 200, start there.
Okay.
739
Your f-stops
yards,
is called your aperture.
8 touchdowns to just
don't know
one
how to
interception.
change it on
Carson,
here.
you played quarterback at this level. Talk about
I think
what
it's
those
all
numbers
right.
mean and what that looks like for Jay Sweesow, what it means to kind of have that kind of year
Sometimes it's-
behind this offense.
I'd say that's pretty good. especially just because throws the other team off a little bit. They're obviously
But the lower that
more of like a
aperture
running
number
team,
is,
but yeah,
the
you're looking for that pass, then they can't
brighter your
come up
image will be.
against the run.
That's another
as
way.
fast as
So
they
those
do.
three numbers across the
Got
top are
it.
how
You know, you look at it, you talk about kind
balance
of a
your
running
light
team. 2,080
settings.
yards rushing on the ground, so yeah, it's still a running team, but to have the ability to throw for 750 yards as well makes you pretty hard to defend. Right, we talk about it a lot in our Class A shows.
I
Is
have a hell of a
Steve,
time frame.
the St. Louis Soothsayer, likes teams that have balance. Well, your Saints are one of those teams that has balance.
So do I
Particularly
want
this
use
year
the higher or
and
lower
last
one?
year, where
The
this
lower the
team
number,
can
the
throw
more
it
light
when
it'll
we
let
need
it.
to
So,
as well. On the ground, led by Corbin Michaels, number 2.
Oh, there you go.
77 carries.
So yeah, your lens here,
775
it'll say on the
yards. I'm
lens.
not great at math, but that gets you to a
But
10-yard
that's-
carry, 10 yards per carry average, real fast.
Like, you know
Pretty easy to
that-
divide. 775
That goes
by
like that
77.
round thing that
It
like
gets you to about
opens
10.
up
So
inside the
I
lens.
mean,
That's
talk
what that
about a
number
guy who's
shows.
averaging 10 yards
And
per
so,
carry, has 10 touchdowns.
That's
a
another
couple of punt returns for touchdowns, just an
way
explosive
it lets
player
light
person. I
in.
know
So
you-
like when
you've been
that thing
tuning
that
in
spins
on
around.
Friday nights from
Yeah,
college here.
I
You know what I'm
Yep,
talking
yep,
about.
yep.
It's
It's
like it looks kind of like the inside of the gun barrel in James Bond.
You played on that side of the
So the
football,
bigger
so
that
that
number,
tackle
the
was
smaller
nice.
that
What's
is,
that
and
like?
that so like in daylight you might put it way up there because it's letting. It's like your irises on your eye.
Okay.
So like it gets dilates in the dark and it closes when it's light out. So that's
I
like
don't know
your
how
iris
tall
of
Corbin
your
Michaels
lens.
So it's
And so the lower it is, the more light you let in.
Yeah, right,
And
exactly. Yeah, he was,
because this is
I
a
think he
variable
might be
zoom
in,
lens, it has a
I don't
variable
know, 5'7",
aperture
I think
on it.
maybe. Yeah,
Right
he
there.
was, he
So
was
like
6
that's
feet
your
off the ground
range.
that
Your
night.
lowest
It was,
is 4,
it's pretty incredible
but as
to
you
watch.
zoom
He
out,
just has this
it'll
ability
go
to
300.
change
Now that number
gears
will
and
change.
accelerate and change direction all at the same time.
Well, you have it set at 7.
Oh, right, but no.
But your lowest number would be that.
That's a
And
great
so
point,
I
and
try to keep that
something-
as low as I can.
Something that we've
So it's
seen
okay at
on
4.5.
display
Do I
these
have it at
last few
4.5?
weeks. And here's the crazy part.
Yeah. Yep. So
He looks better
It'll-
every
it'll-
week,
the
you know, and
number
the
will
coaches
change
talk about
based
that.
on
Yeah,
what
you've been in the locker room for those
focal length you have.
discussions of, hey, we be as good as you want to be. How good do you
so keep that
want
number
to
as
be?
low as
He looks like
possible.
a guy
And
who's
then
determined
your last
to be pretty darn
line
good.
of defense is your ISO. You want to keep that number as low as possible too. Because
Fun to watch.
the more you
Tyson
bump
Klein,
that
number
up, the
30
more
year
noise you
senior,
get.
65 carries,
the-
495 yards for Tyson Klein, the second leading rusher there. Joe Clevenger, number 12, 259
So
yards
you'll
on
have
the
to
ground,
just
and
play
Jay
with it
Sweesow
to
can beat you up
find
front.
the sweet
That's what I've
spot.
seen.
He's got 252
That's what I
yards and
usually
5
check.
touchdowns.
But I also keep
we
that
called it
number
the
as
four-headed
low as
monster the other day.
So the lower you
when
go, the
had
darker
Jason
it'll
there,
be.
you know, we got 3
So
quality
you might,
backs.
that 800
And then
was
Jason
pretty
can keep
dark
it
too,
around
so
the end
you
as
might have to
well.
put ISO at
Add that to the passing
1,000 to
game,
start.
and we have had a dangerous offense
3,200
all
and
year
see.
long. In the receiving game, Corbin Michaels, the leading receiver
that's a
now,
little
with
dark
12
too.
catches and 199 yards. Hunter Mullenback has 10
Yeah,
catches
that's
for
better.
177 after a quiet
Sweet.
week last week.
So
The Saints.
So all three of those
set
numbers-
shots a couple of times last week for 2 touchdowns.
rule of thumb, the lower
as
all 3
well.
of them
That was
are,
kind of fun to see.
the
to
lighter
watch
your
old
image will
Seth.
be.
So
So,
call in a couple of TDs. I heard from him.
try
on
to keep
Sunday
them
that
all
one
as
of
low
those
as
plays wasn't
possible without
necessarily
getting
designed to
blurry.
go to him, but he was so
So that's
open
my
that
best
Jason
tip that I
went
can give you.
and hit him with it
And all
anyway,
that
so.
stuff is okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Has
The
7
white
catches for
balance thing,
127 yards as well.
Is
So,
that the white balance? or is
not
that
only
what-
has
That's your
we've
auto-
done it
it's
to the
auto
year
white balance.
effectively, but we've done it to
you
3
might
or
get
4
some what's called a
different
magenta
receivers
cast.
as.
You ever seen like stripes of purple in your?
Yes, some very few, but
So lights, they're not actually constant. They're like they flicker.
It's kind of hard to
and they'll capture
get that first down with all
Yeah,
your
and
five
so
plays
they
running.
flicker
When
at.
everything's a run,
But
sure.
if you have
Um,
an explosive pass
If
play,
you're able to,
you have
oh, no, you're fine.
you got on your page.
Yep,
Hello, what's up?
exactly.
You can make that work.
we're not.
I have a feeling we're talking to ourselves.
Good practice.
Oh man, sorry. It's.
Good evening, and welcome to St. Ansgar, where you're safe.
Oh, hang on, Joe. Hang on.
Tell me when to start them.
Okay, there we go.
Good evening, and welcome to St. Ansgar, where your Saints take on the Lake Mills Bulldogs. St. Ansgar comes in 6-1. They'll take on the Bulldogs, who come in 4-3 on the season. Thanks for joining us. We have all of the technical issues sorted. We are live. We have multiple camera angles tonight. We even have sound. which apparently we haven't had for the last couple of minutes, but we do now. So, Not Your Average Joe here, joined to my right by none other than Carson Sparrow. We gave Candle Genius the night off tonight, and in his stead is young Mr. Sparrow. We don't call Candle Genius young anymore, so Carson, you will be young Mr. Sparrow here tonight. No offense, Candle Genius. I know you're out there listening. Appreciate the shout out and the help out there in internet land. Duke Scoop back there on the controls at Master Control here in the Saints TV booth. We got Boy Wonder on sideline cam. We've got Carnival down on one of the cams, also known as Lucas Cruzy. We'll introduce those guys some more here a little bit later as well. We'll have our guest commentator in the third quarter as always, and we will have a fantastic night here again. Perfect football weather here in St. Ansgar. A little breezy. We're going to get the wind to go down just a little bit, Carson, and it'll make it even better. But we're about 12 and a half minutes to kick off here. South wind about 15 miles an hour. It's mid-60s. It's another beautiful night. I think we can officially call it. We are 8 for 8 regular season games with perfect, almost perfect weather. We haven't had a rain event. This is as windy as it's been, and it gets supposed to keep getting better. We haven't had snow yet or any of those things. So I don't know if that means the playoffs are going to bring us all of the bad weather that we dodged to this point, or if this means we're just going to roll right through this thing into beautiful weather all playoffs, too.
Here's like the only problems we have are the technical ones with the broadcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully we got sorted out.
We did. Yeah, we got sorted out in plenty of time. We still got 12 minutes. Carson and I got a little practice in. As we did some pregame stuff without you, but we're going to recap here. Let's start with the Bulldogs from Lake Mills. They come in coached by Brady Kurtz. He's the second-year coach. They are 4-3 on the year. They started off with a win, beating AGWSR 20-0. Then they drop 2 straight to Central Springs and Newman, but they bounce back and win 3 games in a row with West Fork, North Union, and Belmont Clemmy, all a win. So they were 3-1 in district play until last week when they got. Well, I don't think there's any nice way to say it. They got blown out by West Hancock, 60-6. So they dropped that one. So that's how you get to 4-3, 3-2 in district play. They are into the playoffs, regardless of what happens tonight. They will be at least the 4 seed in this district. Newman in as well. They will be the 3 seed by way of that win over Lake Mills. The Saints need to win tonight to hang on to that number 2 spot. And, of course, West Hancock will roll into the playoffs there within the number 1 seed out of this district. Offensively, we're going to see the double wing tonight out of Lake Mills, which means dive, option, toss, sweep, counter, and then, of course, the play action pass off of that. This double wing is hard to defend. Carson talked about it's a responsibility thing, right? You got to stay home.
You have to do your job. You can't be caught looking in the backfield. You might get pulled where you don't want to be.
Yep, absolutely. So a couple key factors there for them. Number 72, White Hannah. He is a 4-year starter on those offensive and defensive lines. A big kid. Number 72, the man to watch defensively. They are without Price. Their leading tackler, their second leading rusher, he will not play tonight, is our understanding. Aiden Stensrud, if you remember him from last year, played really well against the Saints in both matchups. He has been out. I don't think he has played a snap this year. It's my understanding that continues. We will not see Aiden Stensrud. I think he's an Iowa State commit going to play football there for the Cyclones next year. Keys to victory for the Saints. Let's run through those quickly. We may not have the graphic here tonight, but key number 1 for your Saints looks like this.
We'll do it live. We'll try it live.
We'll do it live. Key number 1, punting is winning. Now, that's a shot at an Iowa fan, I think. Punting is winning. Win the field position battle. That was the key that I sent to Duke. See, a lot of times he takes my words and he spins them into something like this to make it more interesting.
I didn't mean as a dig at Iowa. It's I got friends who big Iowa fans, and they say this.
They do. Yeah, exactly. They make shirts you can buy them in Iowa City that says punting is winning. When your team punts as much as mine does, you become a fan of the punt. But
use it to your advantage when you have to punt. Control the field position battle. Get yourself in a position where
You got it.
You're not punting from your end zone. You're punting from midfield if you have to.
You got it. And when they punt, make them punt from deep, right? And let Corbin Michaels return it for a touchdown like he's done a couple of times already this year. So win that field position battle. With this double wing offense, I think we'll see them move the ball some tonight. It's going to be about limiting that, forcing those long third downs, and then, like you said, when you do make them punt, go return that thing and go have some fun. Key number 2 is be disciplined, right? Is find a way to be disciplined. This team has had too many false start penalties. You can probably hear the frustration in my voice as I broadcast this thing. If I'm that frustrated, I can't imagine how frustrated players and coaches are about those penalties that are with 100% within your control, right? I mean, it's a mental thing, and I know it's hard. It's really easy for the old guy up here to say it's harder when you're actually on the field, but it's still something that is super important and that the Saints are looking to clean up this week. Be disciplined there. And then Carson talked about it in the open too, is play your spot, do your job, don't get caught with your eyes in the backfield, especially with this offense, with that double wing offense. It's a good challenge for these Saints as they're going to run a bunch of misdirection, and you have to stay home. That play that looks like it's going the other way might just be coming your way here in about a half a second, and if you're chasing, you could end up out of position in a hurry against this offense and allow those big plays. So be disciplined. Key number 2. Number 3 looks like this: dominate up front. Dominate up front. Don't be a hero. What does don't be a hero mean? Well, it means just that, right? If you're that left tackle, go do your job. Don't try to be the hero to go make the tackle on the other side. That's not your job, because that might be that misdirection thing where they're trying to trick you. Don't be a hero. Play your position. Play your spot. Do your job. The other thing I'll mention here is this is playoff prep, right? For the Saints, they kind of know where they are going into the playoffs here. Feel good about the regular season. Now let's end it on a high note. Let's end feeling good about how this team has played the last 7 weeks.
Need to win this to get the 2 spot?
Yeah, yep. So this is, there's all kinds of things happen if you lose here. So you can't lose here. Go out and play your game. You want to maintain that ranking, if nothing else, because that's going to matter. And the Saints come in ranked number 3 in that state poll after a bunch of shakeup here this week after last week. 3 ranked teams lose. So the Class A rankings look like this. North Lynn falls from 5 to 10 after they lose to Maquoketa Valley. Maquoketa Valley breaks the top 10 at 7. Pekin stays at 8, and Riverside moves into that 9 spot. They beat the 6th-ranked Earlham team last week as well, so they are now 9th. Maquoketa Valley 7th, Galen Catholic 6th, Tri-Center Neola 5th, Lisbon 4th, your Saints are 3rd, ACGC and Angus Young are 2nd, and West Hancock remains the number 1 team. At this time, we're going to take a quick pause as they present the colors and do the anthem here in St. Ansgar. Thank you to the Saints American Legion, Post 358. They present the colors tonight. Beautiful night here in St. Ansgar. As the 6-1 Saints take on the 4-3 Bulldogs of Lake Mills. Here come the Saints. Not your average Joe, joined by Carson Sparrow, yet to be nicknamed, and Duke Scoop back there on the controls. Last week of the regular season, kind of hard to believe we are already 2 months into this thing.
Crazy.
And it's time to wrap it up and head into the playoffs. Lots of excitement here in St. Ansgar as this team has performed really well the last really all 8 weeks, played really well, right? Lost that heartbreaker at West Hancock, bounced back, and have played really well throughout this season. We talked about the balance that this offense has had throughout the season, but let's cover it here. Jay Suisow, 63% completion percentage, 739 yards. 8 touchdowns, just 1 interception. Been efficient, been effective, right, and has taken care of the football. Those are huge keys here. His favorite receivers, Ben Corbin Michaels with Connor Mullenbeck and Tyson Klein right behind them. The three-headed monster in the backfield of Michaels, Clevenger, and Klein, with Suisow, of course, able to keep it as well. Eclipsed 2,000 yards as a team last week, 2,080 yards rushing now for the Saints on the season. We've talked about that, by now usually they have this 1,000-yard, 1,200-yard back, and we don't this year. Our total looks the same at almost 2,100 yards through 7 games, but we have been able to spread the ball around. We've been able to beat guys with balance, beat teams with balance, and that's going to be really, really key. Looks like Lake Mills won the toss. They defer, and the Saints are going to receive. So the Saints will start with the football here at home. And they'll get their first opportunity to go do some of those things we talked about in those keys to the game, right? Go dominate up front here. Go set the tone early in this one. Carson, as a player, for those of you who don't know, Carson was on this field a year ago. This is his first year of college. Are you an undecided major officially at Upper Iowa?
Yeah, I need to figure that out.
Okay, so if anybody wants to help Carson pick a major in the chat, that would be great. Also on the baseball team there at Upper Iowa, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Carson Sparrow filling in tonight, helping us in the booth. Yes, sir. We are receiving. So we will get the football, and I believe we will receive on the east end zone. Corbin Michaels, Dylan Brum back to receive for the Saints. Here we go. About to get underway. Week 8. Your 6-1 Saints versus the 4-3 Bulldogs. Austin Steeney, senior, is your kicker tonight. And we are about to get underway. Short bouncing kick fielded by Clevenger, one of the up men. Clevenger smartly tucks and plows ahead. The Saints will have it 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line to start this one. Short field. Good job. We talked about field position and how important that's going to be. Good start there. Get a half a field to start.
It's great.
So the ball crossed the 45 officially. We'll call it the 46.
1st and 10, Saints on their own 46-yard line.
Trying out the new end zone cam. Check that out.
End zone cam. Look at that angle.
New angle. Let us know what you think in the comments.
In the pistol, 3 receivers here. Saints are going to start with a different look. Suisow throws it, finds Mullenbeck for 1st down yardage and more. Mullenbeck cuts it back in and gets a big gain. Let's call it 20 yards for Connor Mullenbeck. He's got the Saints set up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of the Bulldogs. Nice first play.
It's a big play to start it off.
I love the play design there. You could see.
Looks a lot like that triple option stuff they've been doing.
Yep. Same formation. And run a couple that way to start. Schwiesau. This time he hands it off to Klein, who breaks a tackle, and then another. Give Tyson Klein 7 on first down. How important is that to get that huge first down gain? It opens up the playbook, right, from that point forward?
And that first play is what they're trying to – that second play is what they're trying to get the first play to look like, and they just do a little dump off to Holy Moly there, and he runs for an extra.
Holy moly.
Good start for the Saints offensively. Back in the wishbone now. Klein. Tyson Klein, untouched, touchdown Saints. Tyson Klein with a 31-yard touchdown scamper. We call that a scamper when it looks like that. My goodness, what a start for the Saints. 3 plays, 54 yards, 6-0. Saints lead it.
I hit the wrong button and I was on the wrong camera, but we'll show the replay there after this 2-point attempt.
Extra point. She's just a 1-pointer here. Andrew Hall is your snapper. Seth Schatz is the holder. And Jay Schwiesau, the kicker. The operation works smoothly. The kick is up, and it is short. No good. 6-0. The Saints lead after a 31-yard touchdown run by Tyson Klein. Let's watch this thing. I don't think anybody gets a hand on him. He is untouched to the end zone. Who's out there? Daniel Sutcliffe. Shout out Daniel Sutcliffe. We call him Cliff. Anytime you see him, you just call him Cliff. Cliff with the great block. I think he eats up 2 guys there. And Tyson Klein goes untouched into the end zone.
A great thing I've been noticing while watching these is how far downfield the linemen block. It's just absurd sometimes. Like sometimes I'll see them even like 20 yards down the field still
finishing the block. What a huge deal that is, huh? So the extra point's no good, but the Saints take a 6-0 lead. Burn a minute, 4 seconds off the clock. Shout out to everybody watching at the Legion. I hear it's on there at the Legion. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Shout out.
Saints TV sponsor. Saints for American Legion.
Number 21, Jeremiah Jensen. Jay Schwiesau will be kicking off for the Saints.
Schwiesau to kick off for the Saints. Lake Mills has 2 guys deep here. We have been kicking it all year to about the 20 on the fly, kind of a pop-up kick. Do it again. Lake Mills finds a seam, and they're going to have a short field after a nice return, just shy of the 40-yard line. Their number 2, Zach Steeney, the junior, returns it to the 39, where the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Good return.
Bulldogs on their own 40-yard line.
So Helgeson, 12, is your quarterback. Wingback, I think that's Steeney here. Gets it, nothing doing, just nowhere to run. Corbin Michaels comes up like a missile and cuts him out, cuts the legs out from underneath him. Excuse me, that was Connor Mullenbeck, who just hit like Corbin Michaels. Made me think of Corbin Michaels, the way he came flying in there. Nice tackle there. Mullenbeck says, not on this side. Not now. The wingback on that far side is Steeney. Let's see who the fullback is here. He's going to get the ball here. No, a pitch instead. Helgeson pitches out. This is Jensen, who gains 4. Jeremiah Jensen on the carry. There's that misdirection, right? There's that play design where they had me fooled. I thought fullback was getting it. It is not.
With Lake Mills, they very rarely run triple option. It's usually a preset double option, or they just hand it off down the middle.
3rd and 6. Big play early here. Let's see what the coaches from Lake Mills have drawn up on this one. Helgeson pitch on the ground. Recovered by Steeney. Very smart there by Zach Steeney just to fall on it, but a big loss on the play. They lose 11 yards, and it'll be 4th and 17. So Helgeson was getting tackled as he's making the pitch. Is that Dill Hansen? It sure is. Dill and Hansen in there disrupting that pitch. Steeny does a good job of just getting on it, getting it covered up. 4th and 17. And the Bulldogs will punt. Austin Steeny on to punt for the Bulldogs. Nice punt. Steeny gets a good one away. Michaels lets it go out of bounds. Bounces out of bounds at the 36-yard line where the Saints will have it. 1st and 10. They mark it out at the 37, so the Saints will start there with it after a good first drive. The first drive goes 3 plays, 54 yards, capped off by a 31-yard touchdown run from Klein.
It's a great start.
That's a great start. Let's do it again. You want to?
Yes, sir.
Let's see what we're going to run here. We ran out of the pistol set a couple of times to start that drive, and then the touchdown was on the wishbone. Starting in the wishbone here. Handoff. Corbin Michaels is loose, and Corbin Michaels into the secondary, 30. Makes a man miss, and then another.
Holy cow.
What a run by Corbin Michaels. 2 spin moves. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Just wow. A 53-yard gain puts the Saints first and goal. I'm speechless, and that doesn't happen to me, Carson Sparrow. My goodness, what a run by Corbin Michaels. I wish he could have capped it off. Let's see if they give him another opportunity here. The Saints' offensive line is moving human beings up front. Joe Clevenger into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Joe Clevenger with a 10-yard touchdown run, and the Saints lead at 12-0 with just 3 minutes gone in this first quarter. Wow, what a run. And Joe Clevenger just bouncing off of guys, punishing Steeny there as he goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Excuse me, that was Henderson. Number 3 is Henderson. Joe Clevenger makes it 12-0 after the 3-play drive on the first one, the 2-play drive on the second one. The Saints have missed 2 extra points but have 2 touchdowns in 5 plays, and they lead it 12-0.
Wow.
The rhythm seems to be off. Do you see what's going on there on these extra point attempts, Carson? Anything for us there that you see?
I'd have to look into it more.
There's that long run. So the
Look
folks
at
at home are probably confused. I'm struggling with my camera buttons tonight, evidently, but there's that run from Michaels that set up that touchdown run by Clevenger, and we already showed that one. But,
yep. So that was like a 53 or 54-yard run to set him up 1st and 10, and then Clevenger punches it in from the 10-yard line. 2-play, 63-yard drive, touchdown. Wow. The Saints offense has started hot tonight. That offensive line is moving bodies up front, creating big holes, and the physicality of the Saints already appears to be winning this one. Lake Mills defenders don't look pleased trying to tackle the Saints. The Bulldogs without their best defensive player tonight, Landon Price. He is not out there. He's also their second leading rusher. There's that kick where we kind of see it to space. Picked up by Jensen. I think the ball came out. The ball comes out. And the Saints recover. Jensen fumbles on the return. The Saints recover at the 31-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and 10. What a start for the Saints. 2 quick touchdowns and now a turnover on the kickoff return. Seth Schatz recovers. Can we see what happens here? Seth Schatz forced the fumble, right? Just got the hat on the football. Football comes out. Saints ball. Their 3rd drive of the night. Shotgun here. 3 receiver set, 2 to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Going to hand it off. Corbin Michaels. Corbin Michaels makes a man miss. Down to the 10, inside the 5, touchdown Saints. Corbin Michaels, a man on a mission. He was not going to be denied there.
It's a little silly there.
1 play, 31 yards. the second 31-yard touchdown run tonight. The first one goes to Klein, that one to Corbin Michaels. Can we see that replay after
I
this
can't
extra
keep
point?
up with the
It's-
replay.
That's-
I got Joe Strummer here on my right helping me out. That's your nickname, by the way.
Appreciate Joe Strummer's help back there. There we go.
There we go.
Extra point. Good. So the Saints
Strummer,
make
why don't you hit
that one.
hit that replay, bud?
And it is 19-0 Saints
Oh, whoops.
with 3.5 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Wait, hang on. There we go. Okay.
All right,
that play
here's
again.
this Corbin Michaels 31-yard touchdown run. Watch this move right here. And if you didn't see that
Touchback.
one, then watch it right here. It's just incredible. Like I said, just was not going to be denied.
He hits a little celly right here.
What do we got? Corbin
sure what that
Michaels
is, but-
hits the celly. Pretty reserved guy, that Corbin Michaels. You see a lot of celebration
I was
out of
gonna
that
say.
guy. So you better enjoy it when you see it. Corbin Michaels, touchdown Saints. They lead at 19-0. This first quarter could not have gone more disastrously for the Bulldogs.
Jay Shreesaw will be kicking off for the Saints.
End zone angle of that run.
The Saints have run 6 offensive plays, 3 of them for touchdowns.
That is a crazy stat.
Schweizow, kick it off. Line drive kick. Jensen, I believe, with it. It is, and he is tackled by Weston Paulson
Jeremiah Jensen.
and Daniel Sutcliffe in on that tackle just across the 30-yard line. Let's call it the 32. The Bulldogs will have it first and 10 at the 32-yard line for their second drive of the night. The first one goes 3 and out for the Bulldogs. They had some momentum. I like this offense. This double wing offense is hard to defend. It's hard to call, too, because I can't tell who's got the ball half the time. Helgeson. Handoff middle. Nowhere to run. The interior of the Saints defensive line and all 3 linebackers in there to force the loss on the play, I believe. That's Christensen, number 10, Carter Christensen, who lost a half a yard on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play, be 2nd and 10.
Nice job there, kind of by a host of Saints. That's what we say when you can't really tell. It's just a host of Saints, Carson. Helgeson fakes the handoff and then pitches it out to Jensen, who loses 2 more.
21 Jeremiah Jensen.
Loss of 2 on the play, makes it 3rd and 13.
Chase Hogan.
Good play there.
Play, be 3rd and 12.
Defense stayed home, saw what was coming there. And again, that handoff, the Saints are in the backfield ready for that pitch. It makes it really hard to do it cleanly. Helgeson lucky to get that one off.
Big play. Remember last year they did that same play but double passed it, and that was a huge play for Lake Mills. So just gotta keep an eye on for that one.
4 guys in the backfield. They set up the screen. Great play call by the Bulldogs. They are still going to be short, but it's go for it territory.
we got a
Late flag. Flag comes in late, but the play was almost over when they threw it. Did we get a face mask or a hold of some sort? Face mask on the Saints is the call. Got a little too much of that face mask. That'll give them the first down. So good play design there and good timing. The Saints were sent in the house, and that's the 15-yard variety. That's the best play for Lake Mills tonight.
After the penalty, be 1st and 10. Bulldogs on the Saints' 44-yard line.
So it's 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the 44-yard line. They desperately need something here. Take advantage of that nice play and the penalty. Gains almost 30 for the Bulldogs. Helgeson. Going to keep and pitch here again. Around the end. Goes Jensen. He takes a big hit on the sideline from Haugen.
It's a good tackle by a few Saints there. Would you say a host of Saints?
A host of Saints, but he gains 4, makes it 2nd and 6. Again, Saints in the backfield.
Gain of 4 on the play, be 2nd, 6.
Let's see if Dill Hans can take one of those pitches this time, right? Just to intercept that pitch mid-air.
It'd be a pretty crazy play.
It'd be kind of fun. I could see Hansen doing it. Man around the left end.
I'm guessing that's going to be a holding call.
Was that a glove or a flag? That was a flag. And it was Steeny on the carry. Zach Steeny, little brother Steeny. There's Zach, the junior, and Austin, the senior.
Landon Christian on the carry. There's a flag on the play. Tackle made by number 5, Jay Schweitzer.
Holding Lake Mills. Carson Sparrow calls that one correctly. That will erase the gain, plus inflict about 5 yards of pain. Makes it, 10 yards of pain. Makes it 2nd and 14.
That's tough.
And that's what Lake Mills can't afford to do. They
Yeah,
can't afford to
that's tough.
get behind the chains on this Saints defense. You can see why they've scored as many points as they've scored throughout the season. This offense is fun to watch.
Yeah.
They get guys open and get guys outside, just like this. Nice tackle there.
I believe that's Corbin Michaels tripped him up there and someone else finished
I think it was Schweisau finished it. Yep, exactly. Corbin Michael slows him up. I think Schweisau finishes it. Makes it 3rd and 13 after a short gain by Jensen. He seems to be the feature back with Price out.
Yo, check out this new replay slide I just made.
Whoa.
Oh, and then we didn't go to replay.
But we will. We were just previewing it after
testing it
this
out.
play, after the sack right here. I'm going to call it. Although he gets the ball out of his hands pretty quick. And they have not tried to throw it tonight. Just going to pitch it again to Jensen around the end. He breaks the tackle. Good job there making that 4th and manageable, and the Bulldogs will go for it here.
Pretty
Nice
productive play
gain.
right there.
Yeah,
Let's
gain
try
of
it
10.
again.
Makes it 4th and 3. 4th and a long 3, maybe even 4. The Bulldogs keep the offense on the field. I don't know what that toss play is called, but it's a good one, and they've run it 19 times out of 20 plays, it seems. Jensen, the senior, number 21, has carried it around that direction a bunch of times. They fake the toss that time, and now Helgeson's going to pass. Instead, he
Or
takes
is he?
off running, and he is brought down right at the line to gain. Turnover on downs. Corbin Michaels in there with some friends to shut him down.
Bulldogs turn the ball over on downs.
Saints football. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Good drive there by Lake Mills. That penalty cost them.
Yeah.
And the Saints take over after the Bulldogs turn it over on downs. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Saints lead 19-0. They have run 6 offensive plays tonight and have 3 touchdowns.
See if we can keep it rolling.
Credit to those big guys up front. They are making huge holes. Schweisau pitches it to Michaels. Michaels with room to run. Cuts. Spins. Michaels. Corbin Michaels.
Have yourself a
Touchdown
game.
Saints. Corbin Michaels with a 62-yard touchdown run. Into the end zone goes Corbin Michaels. Wow. What a run.
62-yard touchdown carry.
I think he hit that celly again. I think he might have got
He
flagged
might have
for
got
it.
flagged for the celly
Yeah.
that time. That'll be his last celly of the year. Corbin Michaels with back-to-back touchdown runs has 93 yards and 2 carries and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad stat line for Corbin Michaels.
That'll usually work. In the words of Dire Straits, money for nothing. That's the way you do it.
That's the way you do it.
I'm not sure what made that celebration penalty worthy, though.
Hey.
In the words of Dire Straits, money for nothing about the celebration, that ain't working.
So the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. I agree with Carson Sparrow. I think it's, 25-0 Saints, 3:52 to go in the first quarter.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is a call against the Saints.
Probably too many Lake Mills Bulldogs in the vicinity when the celebration was done. That's the old, three in your face thing on the basketball court that I hate, so I probably have to hate it on the football field too, I suspect.
I suppose any
follow what I'm
penalty,
saying, Carson?
anything that draws the
Well,
ire of the officials is
Jay
smiled
Sweesow kicking
figure
like
it
a
out.
man possessed. Now he's angry. He missed those first couple extra points. Kicks that one 40 yards. And it's 26-0 Saints.
what a run.
Can we see this again? I just don't understand. How?
His vision is just, he's got eyes all around his head. He's got 3 things.
Well, he makes you think he's going one way. You go there, try to get him, and he's all the way the other side of you.
There was the celebration.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like that.
I didn't think that. I think
Let the kids have some fun.
let him play.
Let him play. How about this, guys? 7 offensive plays, 4 touchdowns. That's what the Saints have run. That's the
absurd.
stat line.
That's
7
absurd.
plays, 4 touchdowns. Absolutely crazy. What a start for the Saints here. And there's still 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. The 35-point rule in Iowa high school football is once the point differential is 35 or greater at any time in the game, we will have a running clock. The Saints have inflicted a running clock in the first quarter this year. Did that against Newman. So that's the goal to beat, I guess, is to try to get it
I think
before
there's
the
about
end.
a minute left when that started, maybe 50-some seconds. So
They're going to have to play faster. Need a turnover here.
they need a turnover, touchdown, and a 2-point to break that Newman record of 50-some
I think
seconds.
that's only 8 points, and don't they need 9, sir?
Oh, wait. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's my bad math.
That's
I was
all right.
telling Joe how long it was going to take me to get here today, and I also had questionable math.
Hey, guess who on the tackle? That's Connor Mullenbeck, who knifes in there and makes the tackle. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. They put a nice drive together last time. They had some nice plays offensively, benefited from a Saints penalty. Let's see if the Bulldogs can continue with that. Jeremiah Jensen, number 21, has been the go-to back on that toss play. Let's see what they do here. Helgeson surveys the defense. Puts Jensen in motion. Does not toss it to him. Now does late. Get a penalty flag in the backfield. I think that is coming back.
Yeah, I agree. We got
And
another one right here.
2 penalties on the play. 2 separate penalties. One very early and one very late. This referee crew has the microphone, so they'll get this sorted out quickly. So that appears to be against the Bulldogs. That will wipe out a nice gain for Jensen. And instead of first down, well, it'll still be first down. Here's the good news. Bad news is instead of first down across midfield, it'll be first down and 20 back at the inside the 30-yard line. They just keep marching.
Oh, and the Saints.
There they back him up a little bit. 1st and 20, 1st and 25.
Penalty be 1st and 20.
1st and 20. Thank you. So 1st and 20 it is. And again, we talked about in the last one, these Bulldogs just cannot afford to get behind the chains here. And the Saints defense is hungry looking at that 1st and 20. Nice play, wiped out by a holding penalty. Pitch to Jensen. He gets outside. Short gain on the play. Corbin Michaels in on the tackle.
Jeremiah Jensen's ball carrier. Tackle made
Gain of about
by
1 there.
number 2, Corbin Michaels.
2nd and 19. Good tackle, good pursuit by Corbin Michaels. They have run that play consistently.
Yeah. You will see another fake, one of those. for sure. They're trying to get him to fall asleep.
Helgeson pass complete. Steeny.
Good defense
Short
there by Tyson
gain.
Klein.
Tyson Klein then on the tackle. Gain of 2. Called 3rd and 17. 3rd and 18. Something like that. Really nice tackle there. Good pursuit. Again, you could tell the Bulldogs are trying to get the ball outside. This offense knows they're probably not going to have much success inside against our defensive line, so they're trying to use their speed and get outside. Corbin Michaels, Connor Mullenbeck, and Tyson Klein have matched that speed so far. Pass, Steeny, Corbin Michaels, textbook tackle. Take a picture of that, put it in the dictionary. I don't think we have dictionaries anymore, but if we did, or encyclopedias, we don't have those either. We have Google instead, but that's what a textbook tackle looks like in the open field. Lost it 2.
I apologize for the camera work there. I'm kind of a rookie here, so I don't know how much of that I got.
Hey, you got enough of it. You got enough of it that we can tell what's going on. So the Saints force a 3 and out. 4th and 19. Steeny on to do the punting. He got a nice punt away last time. Same this time. Good punt. Going to take a Lake Mills bounce and roll dead at the 41-yard line where the Saints will have it 1st and 10. For their 5th drive of the day, minute 22 to go in this first quarter. This game has been all Saints. They have run 7 offensive plays and have 4 touchdowns. Corbin Michaels has touched the ball twice in the last 2 drives. He has a 31-yard touchdown and a 62-yard touchdown run on those 2 carries. That's 2 carries. 93 yards. 2 touchdowns for Corbin Michaels. Let's see if they give him another shot. In the wishbone. Handoff. This is Tyson Klein, who breaks a tackle and gains 16 yards on 1st down. Good job by Tyson Klein. Good job by that offensive line. We don't talk about those guys. They don't want their names called. We said that because usually it's bad news when you talk about an offensive lineman. So let's talk about them in a positive way. Aiden Beeson, Derek Heeman, Dylan Hansen, Braden Halverson, and Jackson Vroom doing work up front for the Saints. Number 22, the tight end there, Drew Carlson, in for the Saints. Ball on the ground. Still on the ground, picked up by Schwiesau. Does a nice job of getting that back and avoids disaster. Loses a yard on the play, but is able to recover that one. Good job. Good heads-up play by Schwiesau to get on it. The Mets beat the Dodgers 12-6. If you're following along at home, send the series back to L.A. on Sunday night.
Neat little play there.
Corbin Michaels. Corbin Michaels. Look at the speed. No move that time. Pure speed. Corbin Michaels. Touchdown, Saints. Corbin Michaels with a 46-yard touchdown run. Corbin Michaels, have yourself a night. 3 touchdowns and 3 possessions for Corbin Michaels. He now has 3 carries, 108, 109, 139 yards. 3 carries, 139 yards, 3 touchdowns for Corbin Michaels. The extra point's up, and it is good. The Saints take a 33-0 lead with 12.2 seconds to go in this first quarter. Corbin Michaels is putting on a show offensively tonight, and defensively for that matter. I said it a couple of weeks ago on the broadcast. It just kind of came out, and I think it's true. He is the best football player in North Iowa. I have not seen anybody better than Corbin Michaels offensively and defensively. Special teams, a couple punt returns for touchdowns. he very smartly just hands the ball back to the referee that threw the 15-yard flag on him last time.
You called it.
Good job.
Can we look at that again?
Good job by Corbin Michaels after his third carry and his third touchdown. Was there 3 plays on that drive, guys? We had the fumble, we had the Tyson Klein, and then, so there's 3 plays there.
Zach Steen and Jeremiah Jensen back deep for the Bulldogs.
It's a cool play design there.
Yeah, really, really awesome design. And then Corbin didn't make anybody miss that time. He just ran past them, right? Just turned the jets on.
Had like a wall of blockers there on the left side.
Good blocking. Great point. So the Saints lead at 33-0 with 12.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. The JV team, coming off a big victory at home over Garner this week, appears to be salivating on the sideline, hoping they'll get a little action here in the second half. We're turning up the middle for Jensen, across the 30-yard line, down to the 32.
Jeremiah Jensen on the return. Running there first by Joe Clevenger. The 1st and 10 Bulldogs on their own 32-yard
First
line.
and 10 Bulldogs from the 32. This will be the last play, barring penalty, of the first quarter. Handoff, middle. Stays on his feet. Nice run there by Carter Christensen. He gains 4 on first down. And that will do it in the first quarter. So at the end of one, the Saints lead 33-0 over Lake Mills.
Congratulations, Andy. You can pick up your rings at the control.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Oh, are we back? I think we're about, I don't know. Ecamm is just grinding my gears tonight.
It's trying to.
Oh, we're back. Heads up, Sparrow.
Here we go, Sparrow.
We're back.
We're back.
The Bulldogs have it. Helgeson puts a man in motion. Handoff inside. Good job there by Joe Clevenger. And one of the linemen, I'm trying to see who it is. Who was that? That was, there it is. That was Derek Heeman. Derek Heeman in there on the tackle. Short gain makes it 3rd and 8. By the way, an astute listener reminded me of that. Corbin Michaels does have a run that did not score. That 54-yard where he, the best run of the night that didn't score. So you can add 54 yards to that number. So he's got about 190 yards on 4 carries, 3 touchdowns. It does Corbin Michaels. Double pass play, as predicted by Sparrow, going to be knocked down or picked off. Which is it? It is picked off.
Oh, shoot.
Tipped out of the air and caught by Seth Schatz. Interception, and the Saints take over. Let's see that one.
Can we check that one out?
That was awesome.
We can't.
That was awesome. It was tipped out of the air, and I don't know who tipped it, but somebody tipped it, and it landed on Seth Schatz's chest as he was falling to the ground. Look at this. Bink. Bink. Dylan Brum tips it to Seth Schatz. Interception, Saints. They take it away. They lead 33-0. It's been all Saints here tonight. Every ball has bounced their way, and I guess that's further proof there. And shotgun goes Schwiesau. Got a
Flag.
penalty. Yep. Connor Mullen back on the reception, but I'm afraid this one's coming back for a motion penalty. Would have been good enough for a first down.
Zach Steen on the tackle.
What do you think that was, Joe?
I think it's a motion penalty of some sort, just because of timing. I didn't see anything, but I don't know what else it could be. And they didn't blow it dead, so it wasn't a false start. So it's got to be a motion penalty, right? Or defensive offsides. I suspect it could be. It is not. Illegal shift. Yep, there you go. So there's your motion penalty.
5-yard penalty.
So that'll set the Saints back 5 and eliminate a nice 10-yard pass. But I love the play design there. We had 2 receivers there on purpose, it looked like, right? And Mullenbeck kind of undercut and come around.
Looked like I didn't see the full play, but looked like we had Dylan Brum motioning in between or something. There,
Yeah.
and then
Yep, exactly. Because at first I thought there was confusion on the play, but it was not. That was the design. Corbin Michaels. Excuse me.
Upfield.
It was a pass to Tyson Klein.
It's
Tyson
a foot
Klein,
race.
20, 10.
They will not catch him today.
Touchdown Saints. Tyson Klein with a 70-yard touchdown reception from Schwiesau. They fooled me here. Look at this pass. Beautiful, fooled everybody out to Tyson Klein. Tyson Klein takes it 70 yards to the house. Saints lead 39-0. Wow. So that's a 2-play drive. 70-yard touchdown pass.
we forgot what the pregame meal was today.
Yeah, we're going to have that again next week. No doubt about it. They blow that one dead before they get the playoff, so the extra point play is still pending here. I believe we'll get a false start on the Saints. Too many penalties on your Saints, and I know that in these games where they've been up big and kind of in blowout-type territory, it doesn't matter. But you know what? The weeks of plays and penalties not mattering are soon to be long gone, and those penalties are going to matter. So the Saints have got to clean that up. I know it's been a focus of the coaching staff, and they will not be happy with how this one has gone tonight. Too many penalties on the Saints. Extra points up, and
No good.
no good. Wide left. Schwiesau misses there. That's the 3rd missed extra point of the night. Seth Schatz gets rolled up on there, and he gets up slowly, but he is up. 39-0. The Saints lead at 10:40 to go in the first half.
I'm not trying to say Tyson Klein isn't fast, but he looked fast right there.
He looked really, really fast, didn't he? As he runs away from the Lake Mills defense.
Let's just see how fast, huh?
You got one of those speedometers on there? That's the next thing we need.
Oh.
I mean, outruns everybody. Wow. So the running clock will officially start here on this kickoff. 10:40 to go in the first half. Saints don't quite break their own record of getting that running clock with about a minute to go in the first quarter, but they get it with about a minute gone in the second. This one's been all St. Ansgar. A couple of turnovers for the Bulldogs. Corbin Michaels has 180 yards on 4 carries and 3 touchdowns. Tyson Klein has 2 touchdowns, a 31-yard run, and a 70-yard reception. Joe Clevenger has a 10-yard touchdown run as well. And the Saints lead at 39-0 as they roll into the playoffs hot here tonight. I know there's a long way to go in this one, but the way this offense is playing right now and the way this line is playing, my goodness. Penalty on the Saints. This has got to stop, gentlemen. We've got to figure this out. Again, that's just a mental error, right, of you're across that line before it gets kicked. And they'll re-kick. Here's drop back 5 yards, try again.
This may not seem like a big deal right now, but I know when they go to film tomorrow morning that Clev will definitely bring this up a couple times at least.
Yep. That's 2 special teams penalties back-to-back here.
These penalties, and they had a fumble earlier. Those are some things that can get us beat in the in the long run, we need to clean those up.
Yeah, good point. Like you said, Joe, 39-0, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But when it's not 39-0 and you're deep in the playoffs,
Yeah.
those penalties do make a difference.
That will kill a drive, and the difference in the game is a drive.
Right.
No doubt. So the Saints got to clean that up. It's always something to work on, right? And I know that's again what our coaching staff preaches to these guys is, hey, we aren't as good as we think we are. You better get better, or we're in trouble because the playoffs are coming, and the level of football that you're going to see is going to change dramatically in a hurry. We've talked about that, and we've said it sort of bluntly, I guess, here on Saints TV. It's kind of Class A football right now. There are 15 or 16 really good teams, and then there's kind of everybody else, it looks like. And that's not a slight to anybody else. It's just what I see, and I think we've seen that tonight. That ball's picked off. Another interception for the Saints. That thing is picked off. I think that's Jay Schwiesow who comes up with it. There's a mass of humanity down here.
I missed the quarterback on that one. I was trying to get everything in the frame, but couldn't quite get it.
Jay Schwiesow picks that one off, and it'll be Saints football.
So many big plays keep happening that we can't keep up here.
We literally can't keep up. So the running clock here is the Saints lead at 39-0. Still 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. As the Saints try to get tuned up here for the playoffs, I expect we'll see the starters for at least another quarter, perhaps a little more than that, especially with the running clock. The quarters go really, really fast. Handoff. Tyson Klein breaks a tackle. Give Tyson Klein 10 yards on first down. Makes it first down, Saints.
Made by Jeremiah Jensen.
Good blocking up front. Jensen in on the tackle.
Nice little trap play there.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Derek Heeman making a big hole. Blocking downfield 15 yards like you were talking about before. He had to walk from darn near the end zone back to the huddle.
Exactly. Those are the little things that make a huge difference. I believe that play was a 32 trap left.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, no, you're giving out secrets to the other teams that are all probably playing right now at the moment.
Handoff. This is Klein again. Klein, short gain, just 8. Flag on the play. That one will come back on a hold. Again, a hold a long ways away from the play. We saw this last week too. Just some, holding penalties that don't need to be called. There's another one.
Ten-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Makes it first and 18. First and 20.
First and 16.
Tyson Klein comes out. Dylan Brum runs a play. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Saints work on that pass game here. Every call I've made this year has been wrong, so let's see if this is a handoff to Corbin Michaels inside. Little draw. Pass. No, it is a pass. Schwiesow deep, looking for Brum. Knocked away. Good defense there by Steeney. Zach Steeney knocks it away. It would have been a touchdown. Watch this. Did we get it in the end zone, Cam? We did. Good play right there. Really good play by Steeney. Zach Steeney knocks it away. It'll remain 2nd and 16.
Now we're going to hand it off to Corbin Michaels right here.
All right. I like it.
He loves it.
I like it. We get Corbin Michaels over 200 yards on this carry. You want to? I think he needs about 15.
I like it. Tyson
Klein bowls over a defender, still on his feet, inside the 20-yard line. First down, Saints at the 15. Nice run by Tyson Klein. He's got to be approaching 100 yards on the night as well. We'll get you stats at halftime.
13-10 Saints on the Bulldog 16-yard line.
Shout out to Doug Hanna, who is watching tonight with Matt up in Rochester. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. Get well there, young man. Schwiesow in a shotgun. Hands it off. No, keeps. And he's going to pass
wide open.
Wide open. Dylan Brum. Touchdown, Saints. Dylan Brum with a 16-yard touchdown reception. Makes it 45-0. Look at this. Just blown coverage. Don't leave Dylan Brum wide open because he'll do that to you. Touchdown. Schweiss out of Brum, the second passing touchdown of the night.
How did Dylan Brum get so wide open right there?
Missed assignment, maybe.
We had the slant on the right side, brought the corner in.
Little wheel route underneath it.
Yep.
Up, extra point up and good. What a game for the Saints. What a first half. What a first quarter and a half. It is 46-0 with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
All right, Carson, let's see your football mind here. What's the missed assignment on the defense here?
So
Man coverage over there, looks like.
Yeah. If it is, then 21 should.
21 should have gone with him if
It
it's
looks
man.
like a miscommunication where 21 is playing zone, and the other
I think
defender's
that's
in
Molly
man.
came in and just
Pulled the
21.
Yeah. Yep. I
Just
think
didn't
you're
come
right.
over the top with him.
And then then you got Clevenger coming in the flat underneath there.
It must be manned up because on the left side here, you see Seth Schatzman staying with him too.
All right, and I'm guessing 10 is supposed to be Clevenger's coverage, and he's way behind the play, trying to get over there.
Unless I'm just completely wrong, you know.
Who knows?
Say it with confidence. That's the rule here on
we
Saints
do know
TV.
is it's 6 points for the Saints.
It is. And it is 46-0. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Jackson Broom be kicking off for the
New
Saints.
kicker for your Saints, 75, Jackson Vroom, in to do the kicking for the Saints. Schweiss going to rest that leg.
They call him JV.
Here he goes. Can play offensive line, defensive line, and boot it when he needs to. That's a live football. Fielded by Jensen, tackled immediately by a host of Saints. The Bulldogs will have it at the 29-yard line.
Tackle made by Seth Schatz.
Shots in on the tackle after a nice kick by Vroom.
Trav, we need to figure out a way to get those yellow lines you draw so you can draw some stuff
Oh,
up.
the Madden marker.
Oh, by the way, correction, Matt and Doug are listening from Iowa City. My apologies. My apologies. They were to the south, not to the north.
Let me see if I can figure that out.
Helgeson. Gonna keep. Helgeson around the end. Gain of 5 on first down. Good gain by Helgeson.
On the quarterback keeper.
I think Clevenger was in on the tackle there.
Gain of 4 on the play, be second and 6.
I'm going to try to get you a Wapsie Valley Nashua score update. That's for the district championship in that one. Carson, you call this play and run the camera. You got to do it all.
All right. Not sure the names, but
This Helgeson is the quarterback. He's going to hand it to Jensen because they haven't done that in 3 plays. Oh, he's
Howardson
not.
passing. Number 21.
Jensen. So I was kind of right. It was just a pass.
Ferguson's pass is complete to Jeremiah Johnson.
Not sure. I don't think he quite got the first down there.
Tackle made
So
by
it'll be
Andrew
third and
Hall.
short.
Nashua Plainfield leads Wapsie Valley 7-6 with 3 minutes to go till halftime. So Wapsie Valley is trailing Nashua Plainfield 7-6.
What was Steve's
Steve had Wapsie.
prediction there?
Steve's got Wapsie in that one. If you haven't seen our little quick cast this week, go out and check those out. There's 2 of them out there. Quarterback keeper on third and short, and they'll get the first down.
Is that a little tush push there?
Little tush push. Good play.
Hayden
Helgeson gets the first down, gets 4 on the little QB keep.
Steve have any upsets this week?
He does. He's got South Central Calhoun beating Earlham. Let's see if we can get you a score on that one. South Central Calhoun and Earlham are scoreless before the half.
Pass again. Oh,
Nearly picked off. It falls incomplete. That
Thought he
was
had that
Connor
one.
Mullenbeck, who had a bead on it. Thought he might have got it, but it hits the ground.
Second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10. Lake Mills has had it across midfield once. That was after a nice play and then a face mask penalty on the tackle. Gave them about 30 yards on one play. They went backwards the following 2 plays and turned it over on downs. This drive has a first down already. She puts Steeny in motion, fakes the pitch, keeps, and wishes he'd have pitched it. Ball comes out. Flag on the play. I think we're going to get a face mask penalty on your Saints again.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. See for right here.
Just being aggressive. It wasn't anything intentional, and that's certainly not a 15-yarder. Certainly not a 15-yarder. That's the 5-yard variety, right?
Don't ask me, because I'm always wrong.
Thought we were doing confidence up here.
It is not the 5-yard variety.
15-yarder, Joe. I say that with confidence because
There we go.
Is there a 5-yard variety in high school? Maybe I should check my own facts.
That's what I was going to ask.
Maybe there's not.
I am
Never heard of that.
absolutely uncertain.
We are all absolutely uncertain. If you know, please chime in the chat. Is there such thing as a 5-yard face mask in high school football? I'll admit I don't know.
We don't know.
If there is, that one should have been, so there must not be, because this officiating crew's done a nice job, so there must not be. If you touch the face mask, it must be 15. That's all I can gather.
I don't know if we had defensive confusion there or we just put a check on, but we had some movement in the backfield pretty late there.
Think the Saints got away with one there? Is that what you're saying? In terms
No, I
of,
just didn't know.
didn't have the coverage we wanted in place there, you don't think?
Well, I couldn't tell. It also might have just been a check.
That we were,
had a check on.
I got you. Incomplete pass either way, so it's 3rd and 5.
Seemed like we had all the guys covered up, so it ended up working out.
Helgeson up under center. Just going to keep it and charge ahead. Great play. That is the best offensive play of the night outside of 2 face mask penalties for the Bulldogs. Helgeson pushes the pile 7 yards. The Saints are not going to like watching that play on old film day tomorrow morning.
Push.
Are you trying that again if you're coach right now?
Yeah. The only enemy for the Bulldogs offense right now is the clock. It is not going to stop, and there's only 1:45 to go in this one. In this first half, anyway, and they are just at midfield. Pitch outside. I think that's 10. Big tackle there. Joe Clevenger. And Corbin Michaels in on the tackle. Carter Christensen with the carry gains 2, 2nd and 8. No sense of urgency from the Bulldogs here. 1:15 to go in the first half.
Second quarter went by pretty quick there.
It did. The 3rd and the 4th will go even quicker if the differential stays as it is. Helgeson has the ball.
Oh, dang it.
Lost a yard on the carry. Makes it 3rd and 9. Now the Bulldogs will hurry to the line here. 3rd and 9, 45 seconds to go in the first half. Penalty. This will be just the 2nd penalty, I think, on the Bulldogs. The Saints have 37. That's an exaggeration.
It was a little bit of an exaggeration.
But it feels like it's 37, and that's not the official's fault. The Saints got to clean that up. They are too many self-inflicted wounds here that, again, don't matter in this game, but will matter soon. That is a motion penalty on the Bulldogs. Makes it 3rd and 14. Pass. Weston Paulson chases him out of the backfield. Up the sideline he goes. That's Dylan Brum who brings him down. But he gains 10 on the play, makes it 4th and manageable.
Bulldogs need some points.
Get in
here
and just do
first
this
half.
push thing here again. Only 15 seconds to go. Clock will not stop. They don't appear to be willing to take timeout, so they're going to – this will be the last play likely unless they call a timeout. Helgeson sacked. Down he goes. Derek Heeman comes up big, and that will do it in the first half. The Saints go to the locker room with a 46-0 lead over Lake Mills.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving Butter.
Johnson Oil, we do a little bit of everything from home to tank. We can set your LP tanks, fill your refined fuel, monitor your tanks, fill your LP cylinders, and we can get whatever parts and service you need.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Thank you, Patterson Seed and St. Ansgar, for your generous contributions to Saints TV. For more information on how Patterson Seed can help you get higher yields, contact Mike Patterson at mike@pattersonseed.com.
Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of commitment of excellence.
Cut. Hey guys, what's all the big production about?
We have a couple job openings that we're looking to fill, so we're making a commercial.
Just tell them you're going to pay them well. We're really pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of paying you, being pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement, or whatever.
In March, we'll have a
We're back.
We are back here in St. Ansgar where your Saints lead at 46-0 over the Lake Mills Bulldogs here at halftime. Special guest here, Superintendent Michael Crozier for the St. Ansgar School District joins us in the booth. Mr. Crozier, thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. So Superintendent Crozier is here to talk a little bit about a fundraising campaign that the St. Ansgar school system kicked off this week, I think officially in terms of making this news public for the new industrial tech agriculture education building, weight room facility, kind of a combination. Mike, talk about what your goals here for this project are and kind of give us a thumbnail sketch of what this building might look like.
Well, it's an expansion of the industrial arts and ag facility. That expansion, and then it's a rework of the area that's there, kind of bringing that up to date, giving them more room to do the things they need to do, and to bring more technology and different things into our industrial arts and ag. And then the weight room facility is, as you know, we have over 100 kids in our weightlifting program throughout the year, and we just don't have enough room in that building to service those students in a timely manner. And then when the new weight room is built, we'll be able to turn the old weight room into another wrestling facility. So it all kind of falls in place.
Yep, and that's awesome. Where it really allows us to, like you said, provide some space for lots of programs that need it right now. Our industrial tech program it does amazing things. I've used them for several things for my business. I've kind of hired them to do some engraving, and it's amazing what they can do. And I think the ability to expand that and make that even better is going to be something that benefits everybody long term. Like you said, the wrestling room, we need more wrestling space. Well, we fixed that problem, and obviously the weight room, where what a great job our coaches do of getting kids involved in that. Now we need the space to get them all through in a timely fashion, so it's not an hour-and-a-half process of standing there trying to get my lift in the morning.
Absolutely. You talked about the industrial arts and the ag program. They do a lot of neat things down there with the technology. They also have the simulators now for the heavy equipment. Those are pretty cool. You can get in one of those and you feel like you're in an excavator,
right?
Loader, excavator, and run that. That's a pretty neat thing, and we want to continue to expand that. We need more kids going into that type of industry, and we can help that through our industrial arts and ag program.
Yep, exactly. We need talented kids to stay here and work here and have real life work skills, and here's a way to help do that right here in St. Ansgar.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome. So it takes money, right? We can't do this on a shoestring. It takes money to make this project happen. So tell our listeners how they can get involved and what they can do to be a part of this really cool project that's much needed here in St. Ansgar going forward.
Well, as you said, we kicked that off tonight with 3 of our big donors so far that we started that with, and we do have levels of giving. Of course, our elite level is over $100,000, and we do already have 4 of those. So that's really that's a good start for us. And then we have a cornerstone level, which is between 50,000 and 100,000, then a red level of 10,000 to 50,000, and a white level of 1,000 to 10,000. And we'll recognize all these people, but I also want to let people know that you can give anything. It doesn't have to be $1,000 or you're not involved in this. We're going to need those $50, $100, $200, $300 donations to reach our goal. And the more we go over our goal, the more we can put the equipment and nice equipment, new equipment into these facilities. And after we get those 2 done, again, it's going to take some money to redo the weight room into a wrestling room. So there's going to be a spot for anybody that wants to give, and they can contact my office. They can contact me by email, and we've been going out and making some presentations to some of these bigger donors, the industry people. And that's how we started with our 3 or 4 elite level donors already.
Yep. That's fantastic, and what a great start to this program. And like you said, everybody can be involved. This community's done a great job. You look around at our facilities for a small school. What we have here is pretty impressive. This is the next step to continue in that, both from an educational, an academic, and of course an activities perspective. You can support all 3 by supporting this program.
Absolutely. We've updated our facilities. They're all very nice facilities. We, our next steps are updating some of our academic areas, such as the industrial arts and ag. Yep. So that's very important. To talk about where the rest of the funds are going to come for this project will be through SAVE, the 1 cent sales tax, and our physical plant and equipment levy. Now, none of these projects will be funded through general obligation bonds, so taxes are not going to go up.
Right.
We will be coming out in March. To renew our revenue purpose statement. We have to renew that to say what we're going to spend that 1 cent sales tax money on, and it's only good for so many years. And to be able to borrow against some of that money, we need to renew that revenue purpose statement, and we need to renew our Pebble for another 10 years. And by doing that, that ensures us that we're going to have money to do all the other things we need to do, such as buying buses, replacing vehicles, concrete work. You could do $10,000 worth of concrete every year in a school,
Sure.
But safety improvements, things like that. So those will come to a vote in March. And again, we're not raising taxes. We're keeping that physical plant and equipment levy in place where it's at. We're not going to raise it. It'll be where it's at, and then be able to pass that revenue purpose statement on the 1 cent sales tax
And that's
money.
a vote, right? That happens in March.
Yes, it'll be a vote, a special election in March.
Gotcha. Yep. So that's kind of a next step there from a public perspective. We obviously need your support there in that as well to renew. And again, this isn't a change in the levy or taxes or anything like that. It is to renew that that SAVE, right, is the acronym I think that's used there, to that 1 cent option sales tax. So that will continue to be there. That happens in March. Mike, thanks for joining us and being here. We will post all of this on our Facebook. So if you're listening tonight and you wonder, you didn't catch some of the information, you want to see this, we'll have that document up there so you'll have access to it. You can contact the superintendent's office. We had that contact information up here as well for more information. So what an awesome project and a great way to be involved. I think the superintendent covered it well. Hey, if you're a business that wants to give $100,000, that is awesome. If you're an individual who can give $100, it would absolutely be appreciated and respected and all that. If that's what you can do, please do that and help us meet our goal here. Trying to raise $1 million, Mike, right?
You bet. And I believe talking to Eric, we're gonna possibly get some a butter give on the Saints TV also. So that'll
Awesome.
be a nice touch also. So.
Awesome. So yeah, that may be coming in future broadcasts. We'll be able to put up a QR code that you can scan and donate directly to this program that way through a link here on Saints TV. Awesome. Well, Superintendent Crozier, thank you for joining us and for leading the charge on this. Congratulations on your retirement as well. I hear that is official. You're going to be with us through the end of this school year, right?
Through June 30th, yes.
Through June 30th. So.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and you guys do an awesome job here with this. There's nobody better in the state.
No, thank you. We appreciate it. We sure love doing it. Thanks for the support to allow us to do it. There's some places that would have shut this thing down and said, that sounds like too much work. We're out. And instead, you guys, as an administration and as the school staff, supported us and said, yeah, if you want to try it, go for it. Let's see if we can make this thing work. And we're pretty proud of what we've built here. Thanks for helping us along the way get it done.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir. Superintendent Crozier joining us here to talk about the project to expand the industrial tech and ag areas, as well as weight room and wrestling room facilities and improvements. Thanks, Mike, for being here and doing that. We are about to get underway. We're about a minute here to kick off. Let's talk about some stats. Corbin Michaels has 4 carries and 193 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's Corbin Michaels' lines. 4 carries, 193 yards, 3 touchdowns. Joe Clevenger has 1 carry, 10 yards, touchdown. That's pretty good average as well. Tyson Klein, 5 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Receiving, Joe Clevenger caught 1 for 16 yards. Connor Mullenbeck caught 1 for 21 yards. Tyson Klein caught 1 for 60 and a touchdown. And your Saints lead 46-0. We'll have a running clock here in the second half. Lake Mills, rushing-wise, led by Jeremiah Jensen, who has 22 yards of rushing.
I'd expect to see some different faces this half also.
I think we will start to see those. It'll be interesting to see how the coaching staff handles this one, right? And I know what the score is, but at the same time, you've got an important game 7 days from tonight where your season will be over if you lose, right? So you have to be in physical, mental shape for the playoffs, which means you need to play. So I expect we'll see the starters for a drive or two here in the third quarter for sure, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him into the fourth quarter, depending on how things shake out.
Well, that's a tough decision to make because you obviously want them to get more reps in, but you also don't want to have the, possibly get an injury or, if someone's hurt and need to rest them a little bit too.
Yep. As we start the third quarter, Slammin' Sammy P joins us here in the booth. Slammin' Sammy, good evening.
Good evening.
What's up? Oh, how you been keeping?
I don't know how to respond to how you've been keeping anymore, but good, I guess.
That's a live football. Jensen picks it up alertly, is slowed up by Daniel Sutcliffe, and then brought down by Connor Mullenbeck. And Seth Shots in there as well, I believe. So the clock will run here in the second half. Slammin' Sammy, do you think you could tackle Corbin Michaels in the open field?
I have 2 letters.
I'm not sure anybody can. Just incredible to watch him run the football. I said it in the broadcast. It looks like when he makes up his mind, I'm just going to score here.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. Incredible, fun to watch. Helgeson, the quarterback for Lake Mills, hands off middle, nothing. The middle run game against this Saints defense has been closed. Right? That lane's closed, and it has been tonight. It was last week. It was the week before that. Running it up the middle with Dillhans up there. It's just not going to happen. Weston Paulson, Dylan Hansen, Derek Heeman, and Chase Haugen, I believe, is your line here to start the second half. Brandon Heeman says, yes, there is a 5-yard face mask. Thank you. And it's about motion transferred. Okay.
That one's not anywhere, though.
Derek Heeman was there to take the pitch, and Helgeson somehow got it off.
I mean, do you see Klein's touchdown reception.
Yeah.
Zooming.
Zooming.
Holy cow.
Zooming. We showed it in like a couple of times in the replay because he just ran away from everybody.
Just forward, just
Crazy.
ran straight. It's insane.
So the Saints have showed off their speed and their physicality tonight. That play loses 3. It's 3rd and 13. So let's see if the Bulldogs get creative here and put a man in motion. This team's going to the playoffs as well, so they have that same stay healthy and get the tune-up going. Helgeson keeps it.
Just rocked. Stuffed by Tyson Klein.
Tyson Klein with a great tackle. Gains 6, but it'll be 4th and 9.
I'm guessing they'll go for it.
I think we ran the punt team on, it looks like. They've sort of probably decided that this game might be out of reach, but they need to be healthy as they go into the playoffs. They will be the 4 seed, which means they will play a 1 seed, so they'll have a tough task next week, so they'll want to be as physically ready as they can be. Looks like they're going to punt it away here.
Maybe it might be the same situation as high snap.
Good job, Steeny going to get it. Gets it off. Gets a Bulldog a roll.
You think it might be the same situation as last year?
Another flag on the play, guys, way off the field on the south end of the field. I don't know what was going on there. We had 2 players out on the track. If this one's against the Saints, Clevenger might not be great. He's your uncle. What's he going to do if this is against him? He can't be happy with the penalty situation here tonight.
No.
There has been far too many on the Saints, and you can add that one to the list.
I mean, any penalties matter about, but penalties that.
And that's a personal foul penalty.
Yeah. Personal foul.
Which is going to give them a first down. Is that after the penalty? Okay, it was an after the play penalty. So that's what we saw. Whatever going on way off the field on the track on the south side is what the officials didn't like. So that will back up the starting field position, but the Saints still have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 49. The starting offense appears to have stayed in for the most part. I did see Michaels come off.
Probably smart. You don't want him getting.
So does that Mullenback back there in the backfield?
Yeah.
Can you see? Yeah.
Holy moly, back there.
This one's a handoff, just right up the middle.
Clevenger.
Hanson.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, Clevenger with the carry, gains 2.
You think we might play Lake Mills next week?
I don't.
No.
I think, my opinion, I think we get the 4 seed in the district to the east of us, which would be South Wynn. If I haven't checked the games tonight, but if games go the way I think they'll go, I think we will get South Wynn next week. But Lake Mills would be another possibility. And I don't think Lake Mills probably wants that at this point. And the Saints probably don't want to play the same team twice either.
Sutcliffe. Oh.
Had to do that last year, played these Bulldogs twice in 3 weeks, right? If I remember right.
They would not like that. Yeah.
First down for the Saints.
First and 10 Saints on the Bulldog 40.
Number 22 is in for the Saints. I think he's tight end. That would be Drew Carlson. Help me keep an eye out for any changes there. As young man, you got a keen eye with those young eyes. Connor Mullenback's in for Corbin Michaels, who is that's just a, hey, you stay healthy, stay on the sideline move. There's nothing wrong with Corbin. Dylan Brum's not out there either.
This one's a handoff to Mully. He gets 5 yards.
Nice game by Connor Mullenback.
Big plays have been key to this team for the past 4 weeks. Same with ACGC. They've just had big plays, and that's helped for them.
No doubt. Michaels goes back out here, so Corbin back on the field. Tyson Klein comes off. So it looks like we're going to rotate, maybe leave Connor Mullenback in there in the backfield, but then rotate Klein and Michaels on and off in that other tailback spot.
Smart.
Yep, keep everybody healthy. But
They're going spread here.
Spread here.
Whew.
What are you seeing? What do you think happens here, Karsh? Call it. Handoff.
We might go.
Screen to Brum. There goes D. Brum. He's zooming down the sideline. 72 got out there. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a D lineman.
Yeah, and that's Wyatt Hanna. He is a 4-year starter on this team. Good player. You can see why there. But it is a big gain for the Saints. First and goal, Saints, after a Dylan Brum 35-yard touchdown or reception, not touchdown yet. And he comes off, so they're not even going to let him pay it off. I thought maybe they'd throw it again. Instead, Sutcliffe, the Cliff, number 4 on there for the Saints. He'll be that split end at the top of your screen.
I'm calling handoff to Clevenger.
First and goal.
Nope, this one's a handoff to Klein, and that's an easy walk-in touchdown for Tyson.
Touchdown, Saints. Tyson Klein with a 5-yard touchdown run. Tyson Klein gets his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Good blocking. Really good blocking on that play. Just allowed the cutback, and what do you know? It's a touchdown.
There it is. The big guys up front making huge holes. That'd be the first thing those tailbacks would tell you is, yeah, I needed the hole. All I had to do was go through it. Follow your blockers. Tyson Klein does just that. His 2nd rushing touchdown. Please tell me this one's not on the Saints. It's not. I don't think. I think that would be on the defense. It is. Offsides on the defense. Saints will decline that one. And the extra point attempt will go back up here. The Saints lead 52-0, 5:42 to go.
You think we'll see Vroomer
in the 3rd quarter?
Out there to kick again?
Maybe. I do. I think we will see either him or a 15 Zach Attack Ekwall.
Shwisa. Oh!
Doinks in. Ricochets in. Shwisau's extra point is good. It is 53-0 Saints with 5:42 to go in the 3rd quarter.
I mean, what's our streak of giving up no points?
That's a question I can't answer, but let's crowdsource the answer here.
So let's see.
We gave up no points last week.
Yep.
Okay. 2 quarters tonight so far, so that's 1.5 games.
Yep.
Or 6 quarters by my math. What happened in the game before that?
Who did we play in the game before Newman?
Newman. Yeah, Newman was 0 also. West Fork was 0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 8 quarters plus a half tonight is 10 quarters.
Who did we play? Oh, gosh.
Before that, was Belmont Clemmy? Or was there somebody in between and Belmont scored?
Yeah, Belmont scored, yeah.
Yep.
So I think it was West Fork. So we got 8.5 quarters.
8.5 quarters and counting. Scoreless football by your Saints defense.
Wait, I think it was more because we've had it more than 2 games. Right?
We must be missing a game. You know what? You talk. I'm going to look it up. We've guessed enough. We've driven the listeners crazy by guessing.
We have number.
If only we had a handheld computer.
We do have number 15, Zach Ekwall, kicking right now.
Zach Attack. See if he can make some magic on this kick. Little squibber.
Low line drive.
Oh, we jinxed it.
The announcer jinx in play as Zach Steeney runs the kickoff back for a touchdown.
Dang it.
Thanks, Slammin' Sammy P. Your words matter. Haven't you learned that in school?
Spoke into existence.
That is so awesome. I mean, it's bad, but it's
It's a little comedical.
It is. 53-6 now. And by the way, the game we were missing is Nashville Plainfield. Nashville also scored 1 touchdown on that trick play.
Oh, 1, 2. Oh, yeah.
So 2 games.
2 games.
But that breaks the 2 games with no points allowed as Steeney returns the kickoff for a touchdown, and the Bulldogs will go for 2.
The good thing is you can't mess it up anymore.
Yep.
Bulldogs run a player on late.
5 seconds left. Play action. Looked like a design quarterback run. He just throws it.
Steeney's pass incomplete. Pressured by Clevenger and Klein. 2-point conversion, no good. 53-6. Your Saints lead it here. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. Good news is the Saints offense will go back to work here. It's been fun. The Saints offense has been fun to watch tonight. Short, quick drives, big plays.
The question is, are we going to get the starters?
We are not going to get the starters, so that will do it for the majority of the Saints starters. I see 55 Zaid Shell. I see 74 Zach Jensen. I see 20 Landon Yinger. I'll try to give you names and numbers as much as I can here, as at least the kickoff team anyway does not appear to be the standard kickoff team. Number 54, Mason Beeland. Number 62, Logan Wagner. Number 29, Keegan Zacharias. Number 3 is Clevenger Matt Style. Clevenger. 8 is Trey Johans. 10 is JT Red Jager. Trenton, if you followed any JV football this year, you know he's pound for pound the best fighter in town. I'm missing one fella who I can't see his number. I think it might be Landon Hillman right here.
Can we circle that?
If it's 21, yeah, I need a telestrator
can
on
we
my
circle
glass
that?
here because I need to know who that guy is. But we'll let you know here in just a minute. I think I got the other 10. We're just missing
Joe's trying
one.
to point at someone.
We need a telestrat. That would be.
That would be pretty sweet.
amazing.
And you know what? The guy we don't know who it is has the football. Unknown mystery returner takes a big hit, but that is 28, right? It's just Keegan Zacharias. So we did know who that was. 28, Keegan Zacharias. 29 was Brody Dolph. That's who we were missing. 29 was out there, Brody Dolph. All right, so 1st and 10, Saints. Looks like they're going to keep the young guys on the field. Gavin Squire will be your quarterback. Matt Clevenger in the backfield with Jager Trenton, JT Red.
This one's a handoff to Hall. Not going anywhere.
Andrew Hall is the fullback, 26. Short gain on the play. Who's your line here? Help me with the line. Let's see who we can call out there. I see a 52, right? 52 is one of the numbers I do not have memorized. That's Luke Peterson is 52. 60.
Not sure about that one.
Is Hudson Ostrander.
We're trying though.
Johnny Carson, that's not bad. That's not bad for a nickname. I kind of like Johnny Carson.
This one's a handoff. This is a quarterback keeper. Squire. Oh.
Zaid Shell is your center here. 31 is Hale Dietrich. He's out there for the Saints. 54 is Mason Beeland. He's out there. 56, Jevin Damon. So now we got your linemen all called out, I think. 3rd and 2. 15, Zachary Eckwall runs the play in for the Saints. Running clock here, 3:40 to go in the third quarter. I'm going to watch my guy play. You call the play, okay?
Squire, this one's a handoff to Hall. He gets a lot of solid yards while just tripping up. Just stumbles forward.
Gain of 7, first down.
How'd he do on that play?
Good. He was blocking this guy 10 yards down the field. They ran right behind him. That's kind of fun. It's really hard to watch a lineman play and call the game. You really can't do that. So I have to go back and rewatch the JV games that I'm streaming because I never see what, I kind of want to know what my guy's doing too. So it's kind of fun. It does. I've learned a lot about offensive line play by just watching somebody who I have a vested interest in how he's playing in that offensive line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do.
Should we nickname Carson Late Night?
Late night. There you go. See, we always have to kind of go this 10 degrees of, separation thing here, so I like it. Johnny Carson, which becomes Late Night.
I think it was the Tonight Show, but it was a late night show.
Which
Late Night Sparrow.
So, yeah. Feels like a stretch. I don't know, Duke. I don't know if I'm on board yet.
I don't know.
I see where
you're going. I see where you're trying to go here, but I don't know if it's the right call.
Doesn't feel organic. Feels forced.
A little bit, yeah. Not gonna lie.
Hey, I'm just riffing off what Candle Genius said in the chat.
Yeah. You just keep on riffing.
This one's a handoff for JT Red. Gets a little juke put on.
Yeah, he's a little shifty too, isn't he?
How about Midnight Falcon?
First down Saints.
Midnight Sparrow.
What are we doing?
We went from Johnny Carson to late night to midnight to Sparrow, but I feel like Falcon is a tougher bird than a sparrow.
So we're going Midnight Falcon?
I
kind of, now we're going. Now, I mean, that's like Jaguar Durango kind of level. Yeah, it's on the same level. Midnight Falcon. Color commentator, camera guy. Shout out Kimba Sue, who is on scoreboard tonight. That's why it's been perfect.
Hall powering through. He got some 7-yard gain or so.
Nice job by Andrew Hall. He runs hard. There's a kid who's been in the program, right, as junior, has played quite a bit of JV this year, getting his turn here varsity-wise. Will play a lot and will be a guy next year. Kind of fun to watch his progression here. That's the good thing about having a program that's solid like this one is there's downsides to that too, and that is some of that playing time doesn't come early. You got to stay interested because that playing time may not come till your senior year. But that's a sign of a healthy program.
Squire. Just gonna do this one's a handoff to JT Red again. He powers for first.
I'm not really sure who it was.
Maybe.
Makes a couple guys miss, gets the first down.
Can we check that play out again? I don't know who it was, but we had some linemen blocking way upfield.
Let's take a look here. Who we got? 52 maybe? Peterson?
And you're talking about this group right
This
here.
group right here. All right, let's watch them. We have a telestrator. I'm so impressed.
What?
Hudson Ostrander. Nice.
Look at 31.
And Peterson.
Over here.
And Dale Dietrich. Yep. Finish that block, right? That's how you finish a block.
Great job.
Well,
That will do it in the third quarter, the fastest third quarter in the history of football, and the Saints lead 53-6. Lamb Sammy P., thanks for joining us. I know you said you had plans in the fourth quarter. Are you out of here?
Not plans. Just
Prior commitments? All right, I don't blame you. Go be a kid. Go enjoy it. Thanks for joining us here in the third quarter. Saints lead 53-6. We'll see you after the break. Thanks, Lamb and Sammy P.
At Farmer State Bank, we have a proud tradition of commitment of excellence.
Hey guys, what's all the big production about?
We have a couple job openings that we're looking to fill, so we're making a commercial.
Just tell them you're going to pay them well. We're really pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
At Farmer State Bank, we have a proud tradition of paying you, being pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement, or whatever.
Feathers. And you know, that's short and sweet. Here we go back to St. Ansgar. We have a new nickname nomination. We'll get to that to you here in just a minute. For now, it's Gavin Squire under center. Hands it to JT Red. JT Red gets 4. The Saints JV team is out there. Second and 6. Looks like mass substitutions for the Bulldogs as well on the other side. As both teams prepare for the playoffs here, they'll let this fourth quarter clock run as quickly as possible at this point and try to stay healthy and get themselves, like I said, ready for a winner-go-home game next week. Squire hands it off to Hall, who gets pushed back. Good play there. Loss of a yard. Good play by the Lake Mills defensive line. So that'll make it 3rd and 7. Number 8, Trey Johans runs the play in for the Saints. Is that a foreshadowing? Are we going to get a Squire to Johans pass here? This is where I would say we're not. And then we do. except it goes to JT Red, just overthrown, looking for Trenton. The ball falls incomplete. It'll be 4th and 7. Like that play design. We run that set quite a bit varsity-wise. Was open, just missed it on the pass.
It's in the playbook.
It's in the playbook.
What do you call here? 4th and 8 to go, looks like.
Something similar. I think we'll see that maybe something over the middle this time. Work on that passing game with this group as well.
One split out to the right.
Here we go. Pass. That's Matt Clevenger.
Not enough room to run, though, and he gets taken down, and that will be a turnover. Going the other way.
Going the other way. Lake Mills will have it here. 9:30 to go in the 4th quarter. Defensive changes here for the Saints. We'll try to get those called out to you as well. I think I see 55 Zade Shell in at linebacker. Jagger Trenton, number 10 out there. Looks like the defensive line remained the same. Looks like this mostly starters in on the defensive line. Linebackers changed. Andrew Hall's in there. Lake Mills short a guy, so they run a guy on late. Instead, decide to call a timeout instead of taking that penalty. That'll give us the opportunity to try to see who's out there. 56, Jevin Damon out for the Saints. Hale Dietrich out there. Number 31. 52 is Peterson on the defensive line for your Saints. It's camo night here in the student section, Carson Sparrow. Well, I see some orange. I see some full camo attire. They look cold out there. It must be a little colder out there than it is here in the booth. It's still T-shirt weather here in the booth.
Yeah, feeling pretty nice in here.
It says it's under 60 degrees outside. 59 degrees, my watch says. Beautiful night for high school football. Let's try to get you some score updates from around the state, some of those key matchups that we previewed on our Class A show. If you have not had a chance to check that out, please do so. It appears as though toss, one missed tackle, but brought down nicely. There, who is that? I got to see, because that was a heck of a play by
75.
75. Jackson Broom will not let him go. It looks like Steve's trying to get his first loss on the season. Earlham leads South Central Calhoun 14-7 at the end of 3. Nashua Plainfield is playing Wapsie Valley for the championship or the district title in that one, and they lead it at the end of the 3rd quarter 13-6. Nashua leads Wapsie.
I looked a false start on everyone but the center on that one.
Everybody but the center. Gotcha. If I was the rep, that's how I'd announce it. False start. Everybody except the center. Let's see it. That happens. So, Nashua Plainfield leads Wapsie. That will change a lot of the predictions around the state. In
everyone but that guy right there.
Because everybody I saw had Wapsie beating Nashua Plainfield, and so far Nashua is holding on to a 7-point lead. Around the end, good tackle there. Is that Jay or Trenton? I think it might have been.
I see him on the field there.
Good play there. 3rd and 8. What else do we have? St. Albert was playing for a playoff spot tonight. Winner go home. Let's see if we can find the score of that one. St. Albert leads Westwood 21-13 with 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Good pursuit by the Saints there. Going to tackle him short of the first down.
Ran out of bounds by Daniel Sutcliffe.
Sutcliffe runs him out of bounds. It'll be 4th and short. 4th and 4. see what the Bulldogs do here with 6:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Feathers is a nickname proposal for Mr. Sparrow. Feathers. Nice pass, nice catch, good defense, just a good play all the way around. Sutcliffe was right there as well, but the reception is made. First down, Lake Mills. Zach Steeney brings it down. I believe that's the third first down of the night for Lake Mills. The two, yeah, I shouldn't say that. I think it's the fifth, 2 by penalty, third by gain. Short run there, tackled by the interior of the Saints defensive line. Hudson Ostrander comes in for Aiden Beeson. He had a heck of a night. Aiden Beeson goes out, Ostrander in, Wagner in, Vroom out. Good job to both of those two guys. Beeson and Vroom, both juniors, come out. Logan Wagner and Hudson Ostrander in for the Saints. Screen pass falls incomplete. Was intended for Jensen. The Bulldogs have their varsity offense out there. I think we have all backup defenders in now for the Saints, do? Third and 7. Helgeson. Look at a pass. Again, that quick hitter outside. Gains about 4. Tackled by a host of Saints. Jensen on the reception. He's been their guy tonight. They are missing Price, their leading rusher. Polito in on the tackle. 4th and 3.
Now check this out. I'm just messing with the marker here, but you got this guy here coming in for the tackle, this guy here coming in, this guy here coming in, and this guy here coming in, and they're all right there on that one guy.
That one guy.
And they get the tackle. Host of Saints, I believe, is the...
that is the correct term. Pitch here. Gets the first down, Jensen does.
Oh, oops, I left my markers on the screen for that play.
Brought down by Jevin Damon, number 56. So the Bulldogs cross midfield here. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Outside, Gostini. Good pursuit by the Saints there. Andrew Hall tackles him after a gain of 3. Nice tackle by Andrew Hall.
See on that play how all the linebackers strung out. Looked like they're kind of on a string there.
Yep.
That's exactly what you want it to look like.
That's what it should look like. All right. Appreciate the perspective. Carson Sparrow joining us in the booth tonight, or Feathers. Nickname we're trying out. Feathers. He's not a fan, which means it might stick. I don't think Jaguar Durango would have picked that either, so you know what happens. Pitch. Jensen. First down and more. Out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this one.
Going back to what Sparrow was talking about, watch our linebackers here. This whole line here is going to shift. They're all running the one way.
String.
Safety comes up to help, too.
That's Andrew Hall, Jevin Damon, and Jonathan Polito. Your linebackers doing it right, according to Carson Sparrow, or Feathers. Nice pass, complete over the middle to Jensen. He has made every play tonight including that one, which is their longest non-penalty aided play of the night. Gain of 20.
Other than the kickoff or punt return.
Yes, correct. Yes. Yeah, if you're just joining us, Lake Mills scores their lone touchdown on a kickoff return for a touchdown. The Saints have scored all but one time when they've touched the football, and that was...
blame it on the boogie.
The JV offense stalled out inside the 30. Started this drive, which has been Lake Mills varsity on the Saints JV defense.
Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight.
Good gain there.
Don't blame
Makes
it on
it
the good times.
1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 1 minute to go. Great regular season by the Saints. They're going to finish 7-1 in the regular season, head into the playoffs next week. Those 32 qualifiers will be known tonight. Touchdown, Lake Mills. The 16 pairings come out tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. So at 10 a.m. tomorrow, we will know who those 16 or where those 16 games will be played and what the matchups are. Remember, in Iowa high school football, the playoff pairings work a little differently. They set this first week's pairings. A number 1 seed in a district will play a 4, and the 2 will play a 3. So the Saints will play a 3, a team who placed 3rd in their district. And then the pods get set. Then the kind of bracket gets set up after that. So we won't know anything about the Week 2 opponent because it will not be released tomorrow. Extra point is blocked, 53-12. The Saints lead it here with 43 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. So 10 a.m. tomorrow, we will know where we will play. The Saints will play at home because these first 2 rounds are all by district placings. So since we're the 2, we will get to host the 3. South Wind, Lake Mills. Lake Mills is the 4, so it couldn't be Lake Mills. It's going to be Newman, perhaps, I guess, if we got the district matchup.
I don't think we'll play. Are you saying we'll play Newman? We wouldn't play Newman.
No, I'm saying it's a possibility because they're the 3 seed. I don't think we will. I think we'll play South
highly unlikely that we'd play a district opponent first round. I think they would.
They try not to, but the geography sometimes doesn't allow them not to try. But I would say we will not. My guess is we get South Win. If I wanted to hedge my bets, I'd throw like an MMCRU in there. If they do the Sibley Ocheyedan thing from last year, send us a team from far northwest Iowa. That would be MMCRU.
That would be a drive.
Marcus, Meredith, Cleghorn, Remsen, Union, MMCRU.
Well, they're number 2. So that'd be Sibley from that.
Would that be Sibley again?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure would be. Yeah, you're right. So it can't be them. So, yeah, maybe. Could we get Sibley again? Sibley Ocheyedan? Guess it's possible.
Could be Earlham.
That ball's live. Trenton picks it up. Tackled at the 20-yard line. 53 seconds to go. Saints will kneel this one out, and that will do it on the regular season. Ball won't get set for play, so the Saints don't even need to snap it. And that'll do it. The Saints will win 53-12 here over Lake Mills. Great regular season out of these Saints, and they roll into the playoffs with the offense clicking and the defense performing at a very high level. Carson Sparrow, what did you see tonight?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, first quarter, Saints were explosive, and then Scott got some other guys in there ready just in case something happens. Maybe it's their time to step in.
It appears we stayed healthy tonight. I don't see anybody on the sideline with an ice pack or limping around. So that's a victory in itself. Win the game and stay healthy. Get some good reps in. Get those skills honed and be ready to go into the playoffs here. Next week, the Saints will play at home next Friday night, 7 o'clock. The opponent will be known about
TBD.
10 a.m. tomorrow.
Right. Yep. I will say, great season for the Saints. Hopefully it continues with a deep playoff run, but if you're a Saints fan and you're walking away from this game, or even the players too, you got to think there's a little bit of sloppy play we got to clean up with some of the penalties, some of the execution on some of that. And then also the extra point. Suisaw started the season really strong, kicking extra points, but he's kind of faded off. It's almost like that West Hancock game, that field goal we missed. It's like he's kind of gotten his head maybe a little bit since then, missing that field goal. And he just hasn't looked as comfortable kicking those PATs as he did to start the season. So
yeah, we've had 2 or 3 of them blocked.
Yeah,
and
that's not on the kicker all the time. And,
right.
You got to have the line in front of you focused and dialed in too. But hopefully Suisaw goes out and kicks 1,000 of them this week and is ready to go for the playoffs.
But there's one thing I know about Jace is that he'll do everything in his power, and I would not surprise me to see him kick 1,000 of them this week to make sure he's ready. I also wonder if I know the kind of the behind-the-scenes stuff. This coaching staff likes to have, Carson probably talk more about it than anybody, 3 or 4 kind of 2-point conversion plays that are our go-to, like really honed in. Hey, when we know we're going for 2, it looks like this. Do we see a little bit of that in the playoffs where because of that inconsistent extra point thing, do we go for 2 a little more often? Or do we miss one and then the next one you're going for 2? And then you're just kind of on that progression of, hey, after we miss one, we're just going from 2. We've seen this coaching staff do that in years past where we'll kick extra points till we miss one. And you know what? Now we're going for 2 from here forward. So we'll see if that plays out.
You know, when it's 53-12, maybe you don't want to show your 2-point conversion playbook during the regular season.
Great point.
Or why I say 52, whatever. But yeah, what were you going to say? Feathers?
Well, I was just going to say that last year we had, like, Hunter Hillman, super tall, could jump pretty high, so we had a little fade route for him that we ran for our 2-point conversions. We don't have someone like that, so we might have to, like, do something else, which coaches are good with that. They'll find something else to do for our 2-point conversions and other plays like that.
Yep, make a play design that benefits the guys you have on the team. Yeah.
Well, you can't give it to Corbin Michaels because you only need like 2-3 yards, and he only gets 70 yards at a time.
Right.
So that wouldn't be inefficient.
It's not
him the ball.
Yeah, he only carries it 50 yards and beyond.
You'd have to run it back and forth to each sideline and then punch it in to get.
You know, these kind of blowout games, it's easy to lose sight of what happens in the first quarter and the first quarter and a half when it really matters. And Corbin Michaels put on a show tonight, boys and girls. Oh, my goodness. Had 100 and going to end up with close to 195 yards on 4 carries.
That's fun to watch.
Has 3 touchdowns. I mean, let's go. Corbin Michaels.
Klein, too.
Tyson
had some big
Klein,
runs.
Yep, had a 70-yard touchdown reception. Had a couple of big runs as well. I think he had almost 100 yards of rushing on the ground. And this guy's special. And this is the one play.
Moves, yeah.
That's the one time he didn't score a touchdown on the night was that play that he touched the ball. Other 3 times he scored. Like this.
Look at these cuts.
He only got the ball 4 times tonight.
So my stat show, he carried the ball 4 times. 195 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That's like Randy Moss running back numbers. Usually Moss has like 4 catches for 3 touchdowns and 200 yards, but
that's crazy.
He's the running back version
Dylan
of
Brum
that.
had a stat like that last year against Osage, I think.
Yep. I think he did. I think you're right. So fun night here for the Saints as they dominate Lake Mills, win it going away 53-12. They're tuned up, ready to go into the playoffs next week against unknown opponent TBD. 10 a.m. tomorrow. The opponents and the first-round matchups are released. The Saints will host, so it will be a home game. Get here if you can. You have an opportunity to see a really good football team on their home field for what might be the last time, might not. Depends on what happens, with the who else wins. Again, assuming your Saints come away with a victory next week, there's a chance, depending on how this thing plays out, that they're on the road in the second playoff game, win that, and they are potentially back home in a third playoff game. That could happen this year because of the way the rules work with home and away games. We'll talk more about that as we get down the road in that situation.
When those come out, are we going to get a video about that potentially?
We will potentially get a video on that. I have to coordinate my my trip tomorrow now with getting this video published, so we'll try to get something out, though. We will get some content of some sort out there on the Saints TV channel where we'll talk about those matchups, and specifically we'll probably make separate ones. We'll probably make one that's just talking about your Saints and what that matchup looks like, and then we'll make one for all of Class A where we'll talk about the matchups around the state. So What a great night. Thanks to Superintendent Crozier for joining us tonight. Talk about that project again. Support that if you can. We will have creative ways to do that here through Saints TV in the coming weeks and then through the basketball season this winter. And then we will also post some information about that out on our Facebook page as well, so you can follow along. If you can support that building project to help keep our community and school system first class, that would be much appreciated if you're able to do that.
Special thanks to our student helpers tonight. Little cruise ship out in the sideline cam, so was Boy Wonder. And Joe Strummer was up in the booth here helping with the replay stuff that you're watching right now. So, and also Mr. Late Night, Midnight Falcon Feathers for joining us on the call.
Yes. Great job tonight. Thanks for sitting in for Candle Genius tonight. Appreciate you giving your insight and joining us tonight.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. See you later, folks.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving butter.
Johnson Oil, we do a little bit of everything from home to tank. We can set your LP tanks, fill your refined fuel, monitor your tanks, fill your LP cylinders, and we can get whatever parts and service you need.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Thank you, Patterson Seed in St. Ansgar, for your generous contributions to Saints TV. For more information on how Patterson Seed can help you get higher yields, contact Mike Patterson at mike@pattersonseed.com.
Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of commitment of excellence.
Hey guys, what's all the big production about?
We have a couple job openings that we're looking to fill, so we're making a commercial.
Just tell them you're going to pay them well. We're really pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.
At Farmers State Bank, we have a proud tradition of paying you, being pretty easy to get along with most of the time, and there's plenty of room for advancement or whatever.